How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for Farm Simulator 22 on the mod map East Vineland, New Jersey, USA. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: This is a map of East Vineland, New Jersey in the USA. This map was created from the area of my hometown, and the map area was created from actual satellite photos. Vineland is the southern area of New Jersey and is a very rural farm town. Most of the area of the city is farmland and forests. The fields, trees, and houses are as close to where they are in real life as I could make but of course I added productions and in-game sell points that do not actually exist there for gameplay. Growth map has been updated for the region's weather. Most of the production area available have been added to the map. There is a wide selection of starting equipment to get you started. The production area have been edited to both hold more pallets in the spawners area, or in the spawners, and the production pallets have higher capacities. There are 118 different fields, all of the fields missions ranging from the smallest fields of 0.236 hectares, which is 0.583 acres, to the largest of 8.236 hectares, 20.35 acres. Land prices have been calculated from the average land cost of the area. All land areas are purchasable separately. The land where there are houses is more expensive than undeveloped land, as it would be in real life. The solar farm can be purchased and will give you $3,000 an hour of income. The solar farm can be sold to clear the land for farming, but it can only be sold after the land is owned by the player. The main farm area has a multi-fruit storage silo with the capacity of 1 million liters and will hold everything in the bulk category. Grapes were added to the bulk categories so they can be carried in any in-game or modded trailer that carries items in the bulk category. A workshop area is also on the main farm and is owned by the player, new farmer mode only. Added the ability to shred logs into wood chips at the sawmill as a additional production. Includes cows, sheep, pigs, and chicken areas that need to be purchased to use. The cows, sheep, and pigs area have had added bale triggers for feeding. The cows and pigs areas have added bale triggers for straw as well. Simply leave the bales in the triggers and they will automatically empty as needed. Husbandry capacities are 250 cows, 350 pigs, 500 sheep, 500 chickens. All animals' nav mesh areas have been redone and their pastures are custom made. There is a storage area at the main farm for slurry and digestate. Added cornmeal and cracked corn as additional productions that can be produced at the grain mill from corn. Cornmeal can be sold at the pizzeria, farmers market, diner, and supermarket. Cracked corn pallets can be produced at the shop for chicken feed or productions at the grain mill. Cracked corn can also be sold at the farm shops. Added sunflowers, oats, and cracked corn to the chicken feed. Chickens require wheat, barley, sorghum, or oats, which are 25% of their feed requirements. Sunflowers are 25% of their feed requirements, and cracked corn is 75% of their feed requirements. Total of 125% productivity. Added straw swaths to canola and soybeans. All the bushes are mowable. When the bushes are mowed, new meadow grass is planted in their place. The bale capacities have been increased. Custom modeled license plates for the area. Lime production point has been added to the debris crusher to make lime out of stones. Map is precision farming ready. Lime seeds, solid fertilizer, and bulk mineral feed can be purchased from the silos at the main farm and farm shops. Slurry can be purchased at the farm shop if needed. And then there's been Looks like several changes made to this map, and we're going to start with changelog 1.1.0.0. And it says, note, a new save game is required for this update. Issues. Fix pond ice plane showing in all seasons. Fix utility pole collisions being present in the middle of the roads. Fix multiple floating trees. Fix double placed trees. Fix issue with vehicle getting stuck from spawning inside shop building when reset. Fix issue with material bleeding through BGA bunker walls. Fix issue with mineral bleeding through the storage bunker walls. Manure bleeding through storage bunker walls. Fix issue with cows and pigs not producing manure. Fix issue that cracked corn pallets would not empty at chicken feed trough. Fix issue where corn and soybean growth would not advance if planted in June. Fix issue where canola growth would not advance if planted in February. Changes. Enlarge the vehicle shop area to have more room when buying/resetting vehicles so they do not collide with other vehicles at the shop. Enlarge sell point driveways and areas for larger equipment. Enlarged area for the spinnery, dairy, tailor shop, sugar mill, grain mill, and bakery to have more room for larger machineries. Enlarge the cows roaming area, made land of the sell points and productions points able to be purchased separately. The land now to be purchased first before purchasing the production points. Made production more able to be sold. Additions. Added more ground textures to paint in-game while landscaping. Added more foliage textures to paint in-game while landscaping. And then there is changelog 1.2.0.0. It says, note, a new save game is required for this update. Issues. Fix the issue of the map freezing when loading on consoles. Fix the issue of Nokian tires, dual tires would not load on Case Magnum tractor. Fix issue that wheat and barley would not grow if planted in March. Changes. Made all the houses on the map sellable. Made the light poles at the main farm area and farmhouses now sellable. Additions. Added 100 collectibles throughout the map to find. The trophy case is located at the dealership in the showroom to keep track of your progress. Next, there's changelog 1.2.0.1, and it says, note, a new save game is not required for this update. Issues. Fix road mission collisions. Fix collectibles that could not be reached. Changes. Updated cracked corn texture. Additions. Cracked corn bins are now produced at the grain mill. Note, to have the cracked corn stored in the silo and not produce bins, the output must be changed in the production menu from storing to distributing so the cracked corn bins do not produce. Corn oil pallets and soybean oil pallets have been added to the oil mills as additional productions. Corn oil is made from cracked corn and corn oil is made from cracked corn and soybean oil is made from soybeans. Then there's changelog 1.2.0.2. It says, note, a new save game will be required for the major changes to take effect, such as the changes in ground levels, floating trees, placeable locations changes, etc. Needing a new save game can be avoided by using the landscaping tool to lower and raise ground levels and selling and or replacing placeables. Updated the starting trailer and added support for the FS22 Universal Auto Load mod. Added more recipes to the productions. Now you can have a choice of a standard speed or the productions to be put a rush on your products but for a higher cost. Fix various floating trees, see notes above. Fix the issue with distant map objects flickering and disappearing when inside the BGA silage bunkers. Fix the issue that the starting trailer would not show slurry effects when configured as a slurry spreader. Added button assignments for gamepad controllers for adjusting the dividing floor, gooseneck coupler, and pin hitch on the starting trailer. And then, lastly, changelog 1.2.0.3 says, note, a new save game will not be required for this update. Updated environmental lighting with Relight version 1300 by Suchneek. Fix missing CPU flag error for the sunflower oil pallets. Fix missing store item error for pig food bins. Rearrange the chicken feeding schedule to include scratch grains as a power food. Added an additional production scratch grain mixer found in the Productions tab. Any comments, suggestions, or report bugs, floating trees, etc., email mactrucker921@gmail.com. This map was indeed created by mactrucker921 and is 413.9 megabytes to download. Now, there are no mods required for this map, and if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. And you can see it's pretty busy, especially for an American map. A lot of smaller fields on this one. If we take a look, yeah, we own, and this is gonna actually kind of a lot. We own quite a lot. So starting with farmlands number 223, and I'm sorry, this is going to be out of order. Farmlands 223, 204, 225, 134, 123, 8, 9, 218, 213, 212, 210, 119, 221, 217, 215, 205. Whew, okay. You can purchase all areas on the map, and you can see the range of prices is pretty good, but I mean, I say that as a kind of relative pretty good, because the thing is that you can purchase small areas, small farms, but those small areas and small farms are still kind of expensive. So yeah, the range is you know, pretty good, but you're still, you know, you're still kind of spending a lot of money when everything's said and done. Like this, some of the smaller fields. Let me go to find a kind of real tiny one. Yeah, I guess like 85 would be kind of a good example. 135,000 for this field. And it only gets more expensive from there. Like 58 here is 590,000, half a million for just that. So I mean, it gets pretty expensive. So you're gonna have to be hustling. That's part of the reason why I think that you start out with so many different farmlands, but you really don't start out with too terribly many fields. You start out with farmlands 8 and 9, which is 8 and 9 field numbers, but then the rest of the areas you own are the kind of production areas around town and the shopping areas. So it's just one of those that you know, you're gonna have to build up when you want to make a land purchase. You're gonna have to work hard on this map. It's gonna be a challenge, I think. So let's see. Animal pens. We do not start with any animals, and it's kind of, I'm not gonna say it's weird, but the placement of it is kind of weird, at least for one of them, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here in a moment. So, no animal pens to start out with. Contracts are available on this map. No production chains to start out with. And there are collectibles, 100 of them to be precise. And if we take a look at the mod specific for this map, you can see under the Buy menu, we do have mods and DLCs right here. East Vineland, New Jersey. And these are some of the items that we can purchase. So you can see, cracked corn. 2 of them right here, and this is going to be important for the very next thing that we discuss. You have your scratch grains bin, you have your large pig food bin, you have the Amazon ZATS 3200 modded. So this one looks like it's been modified to be able to take both lime and fertilizer. This has been modified as well. You have the K-brand SW 4014 color, and you can see that's a lot of different wrapping choices right there, as well as, oops, there we go. How about we have a blue K-brand? Why not? Blue and pink. You've got this here, the Lemken Schmarg 900 500K modded. So this one here, I think, is an increased speed capacity. You've got the mowers here, the Pottinger Nova Cats. I'm not, again, I think that's a working speed increase. You've got this Pottinger Impress baler. This one, I don't know if that's an increase or not. I think that's the color, wrapper color. Uh, yeah, wrapping color, and we can also modify some of the different colors here. Now, this is something that's very interesting. You have a Lemkin Solitaire 12. If you look down there at the very bottom, you can see it plants everything besides potatoes. Everything that's available for this map besides potatoes. Very awesome. You have the Elho Scorpio here, which has I think an increased capacity, 4,000 liters. You have the Case Magnum AFS Connect series. Can travel up to 42 miles an hour, so that's nice. 850 horsepower, very nice. You have the Lizard Flatbed Combo Trailer here. This one's actually really nice because check this out. You can configure this in so many different configurations, and look at that. You got a spreader system for your fertilizer. You've got a livestock trailer, and then you have these unrealistic capacities: 150,000 liquids capacity, slurry spreader capacity. You got the big unrealistic 150,000 liter tipper with 200,000 liter extension, 150,000 liter spreader. It's just you got a really good universal trailer right here. Then you've got the harvester here that can have, I believe that's an increase in capacity as well as potentially horsepower. Not 100% certain. Whoops. And yeah, that's it. That's some pretty good mods right there. But then we're not done. If we take a look at the build menu, we do have items here under sheds. We have a vehicle shop here as well as a gas station. We have something under silos. A couple silos here. 1,000,000 liter silo there, as well as a liquid manure tank, aka slurry, and a bunker silo. And then silo extensions. You can see we do have a manure heap with 8,000,000 liter capacity. Nothing under containers, tools, or farmhouses. Now under productions and factories, you can see we have quite a bit of modified factories. I'm going to show quite a few of these because some of them are actually kind of, well, yeah, some of them are kind of cool in the fact that you get an increased production available for it. So it's just one of those that, we'll go over them when we get to it. Selling points, you do have a couple of modified sell points here. Nothing under greenhouses. Under orchards, you do have a grapevine that's 3.5 meters wide as opposed to our standard, I think, 1.5 or 2.5. I can't remember. Then we have under generators, we do have this here. It says missing shop item, but it is the solar farm. We will see what it looks like later on. Then under animals, we do have a couple things, or we have a thing under cows. Nothing under horses. We do have pigs and sheep and chickens. Nothing under bees, and nothing under others. Decorations, we have nothing under fences, nothing under lights, but under others, we do have this small carport right here. And then lastly, under landscaping, we do have some, well, not even some, a lot of painting swatches available. Check that out. Whew, that's quite a bit. Nothing under trees and nothing under plants. Now, we do start here at the starting farm, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of our starting equipment. Under the buy menu, under owned items, medium tractors, we have a Massey Ferguson 8S205 and a 3670, a Massey Ferguson 3670. Whew, my goodness. And then under large tractors, we have a Case Magnum 340 Drive CVX, Magnum 340 CVX Drive. All right, we're going to get through this. Under harvesters, we have a Case Axleflow 7150. Under cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 1986. The trailers, we have the Crampy Half Pipe HP20. We have the header for the Case, the grain header. Stone pickers, we have the Elho Scorpio 550. This is not the modified one. You can see it only has a capacity of 2,000 or 2m cubed or 2,000 liters. I think the modified one had 4,000, so that is just standard. Under mulchers, we have the TMC Kinsella TJP610. Under cultivators, a Lemken Schmarg 9500K modded, so that is one of the modified ones. You have the Lemken Solitaire 12. This is, I believe this is the modified version of the Lemken and can plant the additional plants, or the additional crop types. You have under fertilizer spreaders the Amazon ZATS 3200 modded. Again, this one does lime and fertilizer, and I think it actually has a increased capacity as well. You have the Pottinger Impress 185 VC Pro modded. You have the Hauer XB 190. Under front loader tools, the Albert Bale Spike. And then lastly, a header trailer for your grain header, the Nardi N40BX. Whew. Okay, we're going to get through this. We got this. Sleep trigger right here, right in front of you. And now I was starting to talk about this right here. So this is your starting house, and for all intents and purposes, this is your starting farm, but this is not your starting farm. So, as you can see, I put in a bunch of money, because there's going to be several things we have to buy going around the area. I'm going to buy a bunch of factories, but we're going to start with this. Let's take a look at the map. So we start way up here, kind of the northwest-ish corner of the map. If I zoom in, you can see our starting house is here, and we do have some of this farmland over here for kind of our storage area kind of thing. But if I take a look at the map under the buy menu, or the buy mode, you can see there's this little corner lot, 135, that you don't own. You have to buy it, and it's $45,412. Now, the problem with that is that's where your chickens can go. Well, let's go ahead and get it. 135, and now you see the trigger comes up to load chickens into it, and we're going to buy a chicken because we want to see something. Now you come over here, this is where you put in your feed, and you can see this little sign right here. It says that the feed that it accepts is wheat, sorghum, barley, cracked corn, oats, and sunflowers. Okay, so that's a bunch of stuff that we're not used to putting into for our chickens. So let's take a look at something. Now we have chickens. Now we can have up to 125% capacity or productivity for our chickens. Well, we could just buy scratch grains. Scratch grains, again, you can get that under the mods and DLCs and right here. And it's just kind of a catch-all for your chickens here. So what that'll do, you could also get cracked corn, and you can purchase that again from the buy menu. That'll count for 60% of your total effectiveness. You've got wheat, barley, oats, and sorghum. That's 20%. And then sunflowers is its own category. It's 20%. So you can either have 100% with the cracked corn, wheat, barley, oats, sorghum, and sunflowers, 100% productivity there, or you can have 125% productivity with just scratch grains. So it's going to be kind of dealer's choice right there, but if you can get an extra 25% increase, I'd say go for the increase. So yeah, that's this area right here. There's really nothing else here. From this point, we're going to go ahead and pull out the drive here. The one thing I will say is a lot of the driveways are really narrow. Now, pulling over here, we're now right across the street. Again, because we don't own any of the starting animal pens, we have to go here, farmland number 5, for $541,000. Purchase that, and now you get your triggers to come up. We can open this. Now, when loading into this particular barn here, you're going to have some skills, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to back a trailer up into here. If you're delivering them yourself, you're going to have to back a trailer up and then get right up in here with the trailer. It's going to take some skills. I mean, you're not going to be able to just kind of slouch this in kind of thing. You might be able to come around the backside here and then back up here. That might be a little bit easier, but if you're wanting to kind of stay true, this is where you got to come in from, and you're going to have to deal with these two gates right here. 500 cows is what you can put into here. That's quite a bit of cows. Yeah, quite a bit. Milk trigger right here. Straw trigger right here. You can put in feed down there, and then around the back side here, you have your slurry point right there. And right behind me, it's a little bit of storage space for some equipment if you want to, and a manure heap right back there. So now we're going to hop back in the truck. Now we're just going to go just a little ways down the road. Yes, right here. Now this is kind of the secondary part of our main farm. The area that we already own, we don't have anything to do with it besides it being kind of our main storage point. Here we're going to cut through here and right here. So a couple of our starting tractors are right here. You do have a repair trigger right here. Some more storage at the barn over here. You have a gas station right here. And this may look like a lime station, but it's not just a lime station. This is a lime seed, fertilizer, and mineral feed buy point. So you have all those products that you can purchase right from this location. Here you have the slurry tank, aka the liquid manure. Big silo system right here. This is the modified 1,000,000 liter silo. And that is it for this area. You do have a lot of your stuff stored in the back here, and you can see that Lemkin cedar there is the modified one. That's why it's bright red instead of blue. There's the truck over there. So now I'm going to pull back out the driveway. Going over here. Alright, we're going to skip this driveway just for now. But then we're going to go down this one. Okay. Stop right here. Go take a look at the map again. So we're here at the cows. Came out to this driveway here. Circled around the yard and saw this. And then we came back out the driveway and then down this driveway. So if we buy farmland 137 for 101,509, we now have access to the pigsty. Sorry, I had a cough there. So here is the dialog box. You have 350 pigs right here. Feed goes in here. You have a manure heap right there. And you have your slurry. It's right on the back side here. And now we're going to continue to drive just past our kind of secondary farm right here. And it's the main farm, but it's just, I refer to it as the secondary. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Now, we were here at the pigs. We drove a little bit further down and around to back here. We purchased farmland 138 for 190,553. Well, now we have access to the sheep barn. 500 sheep will fit in here, feed in here, and wool out the side right here. Now that we have all the animals all the pens, all that stuff. Let's take a look at here. Let's go ahead and go to the cow barn real quick. I already showed you the chickens. Now I'm going to load in one cow here, one pig, and one sheep, just so we can see all the various types of feed and stuff that the animals will take. So you can see here, TMR works just like the scratch grains for the chickens. So it gives you the 125% of the effectiveness, so their increased production. But if you want to give them 100%, you need a mixture of hay, grass, and silage. That's what you'll need to do in order to give them a minimum 100%, but you can give them that bonus 25%. Now if we go back to the pigs, oops, I don't even, why am I bouncing around? I can just do it all. Oh, that's why, because I need to purchase it. I need to purchase the animals. What am I thinking? Okay. So, buy one of those, and then let's go ahead and just buy a sheep. Hop over. There we go. There. Perfect. Now, let's go with the menu here, the animals. So, we saw the chickens, we saw the sheep. Or, I'm sorry, saw the chickens, saw the cows. Now, let's take a look at the sheep. Just grass. That's it. Just grass. Sheep are easy. Simple. Pigs, though, not so much. You need your base food, which consists of your traditional wheat, barley, canola, things like that. You got your grains. Wait a minute. Grains would be your wheat, barley, and canola. Your protein, I think it's supposed to be what, your soybeans? Then root crops are potatoes. So what's your base food? Is that the... Oh, I think... Okay. So here you have your pig food, and I think that's what you're supposed to use as your base. Or is it? I don't know. That's something that's kind of eluding me right now, because now I'm kind of confused. Does the pig food work like normal maps, where it just covers everything, or does it not? You know what, I don't recall reading anything in the description on the mod hub that said that you had to do anything special with the pigs, so I'm going to take it as it's going to function just like a normal map would. So we're going to go ahead and head out of here, following this kind of trail. And now we're going to head north. Whoa. Cut that too hard and too quick. Come up to this intersection here and make a left. And then we're going to come up to our turn just back here, right before the edge of the map. Turn in here. Okay. So right here, we have the Farm Shop North sell point right in front of me. Right here, we have the Debris Crusher, but this is a special production version that you can buy for $10,000. If we purchase it, you can see you can take your stone, make it into lime. You have a 500 to 400 ratio, so not too bad. You're only missing out on a little bit, and your out pipe is right there. Back here, you have your Farm Shop North Bales sell point right here, and then in the back, you have another lime, seed, fertilizer, and mineral feed buy point. Now we gotta jump in the truck. And now we're just gonna backtrack just a little ways. We're gonna go whizzing past the farm. Again, at this intersection, we're gonna want to make a right. Right here, perfect. Whoa, took out that sign. Now we're just gonna keep on driving down this direction until... Wait a minute. I just forgot something. So, I'm gonna teleport back to this area right here. So if we're looking at this area here, we come outside and come around, you'll see you got this kind of area right here. This is the solar park. So to utilize this and to get some extra money from it, you can then go to your map, purchase farmland number 131 for $419,495, and then pow, you're going to start generating an income from this purchase. Now what's nice is that if we look at the build menu under productions and go to generators, yes, generators right here, normally to buy this is almost $1.3 million, super expensive, but you get $72,000 a month. Like that's quite a bit of money for just that. You'll make that 1.3 million back in, just a little while. So now we're gonna teleport back to the truck. Let's go back to it. It's right over here. Perfect. So now we're gonna continue heading south. And here's all of our main farm. We're just going to keep driving past it. Okay. Now here to my left, around the backside there, is the supermarket sell point. Continuing down this road, okay, we're going to stop right here, walk up here to our main shop. You can see the shop trigger is right here, and the repair trigger is right over here. Then we'll get back in our truck and pull in right next door. Alright, so right here is our next point of interest. This is the Grain Mill Plus. You can purchase this for $96,000, and it's not just a traditional grain mill. We're going to go ahead and buy this. And now you can see, check this out. Wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, sorghum flour, cornmeal, and cracked corn. So this is part of the production that you'll need if you want to produce your own cracked corn for your chickens or whatever the case may be. But you'll also see down below there's additional recipes. So take a look at wheat as our base example. 5 liters of wheat equals 4 liters of corn. This is an increased production. Not only do we have 15 liters of wheat equaling 12 liters of flour, look at the cycles per month. 14,400 as compared to 3,600. You're going to get so much more flour, so much more from your production doing it this way. And it's only going from 24 to $120 difference. That's not that bad. Yeah, you're going to be spending more money, but you're going to get way more product way quicker. So very, very nice. So going back to the truck. Continuing down south here to right here. Bakery for $50,000 and purchase that. And again, you have bread and cake just like a normal bakery, but again, take 2 flour equal 1 bread, and 2,100 cycles per month. versus 6 flour, 4 bread at 6,400, almost 6,500 cycles a month. Not too bad. So, yeah, again, more expensive, but you're going to be making a much greater amount of product. So, less waiting. Turn around in that field there. We're going to make a right. And then if we come down this driveway right here, around back, we have a water fill point right back here. And now we're going to continue heading down this way. Okay. Coming up to my left, this is the grain sell point south. So right here, it's just a sell point, nothing outside of the normal there. Continuing to head in this direction to our next production, the sugar mill, which is right here. Can buy this again for $80,000. I'm going to purchase that, and you can see additional recipes for faster results. So, very nice. And now we have to head almost all the way to the southeast corner of the map. Right here. So this is another one of the lime seed fertilizer mineral feed buy points. Over here we have the Farm Shop South sell point and the Farm Shop South Bales sell point. Oh, got a little bit of traffic here. And then continuing down here, pull in back here. This is the fast food restaurant sell point right around the backside here. And now we need to head back just a little ways. And coming up on this intersection here, we're going to want to make a right. Okay. And now we'll continue heading north. To right here. This is the dairy production point. You can purchase this for $70,000, as you can see here. And again, increased productions. So not too shabby. Hop back in the truck. And this one we're actually going to drive down the driveway because it's quite a distance. So turn down here. This is the grape processing unit. You can purchase this for $80,000. And this one, as you can see, does not have the increased production, unless this is just an increase on base and doesn't have the base production, but I wouldn't see why that would be the case. Now let's see, next we're gonna head back out here and make a right. Then we're going to come up to this intersection and make a left. And coming up here to my right, as you can see, is the carpentry. And this can be purchased for $60,000. And you can see increased capacities. Not capacities, increased production. I think it was also capacities too, but I don't want to speak for certain on that. Over here we have the BGA. Couple of large bunker silos right there. Purchase point for it is right here for $580,000, which isn't too bad, I don't feel. Standard productions, nothing out of the ordinary, no unique inputs or anything like that. Now continuing down here, over here you have the pizzeria sell point. And now across the street, and into here you have the sawmill. The purchase point is right here for $100,000. You can see you do have additional recipes here. Your inputs, because this is so spread out, I wanted to show the inputs. Inputs are right here with the cell wood trigger right here. And your outputs, back here, there it is. Almost walked right by it. You got a couple of outputs right there. And then over here you have your biomass heating plant with the wood cell point right there, wood trigger, and you have your wood chips coming out right here. Let's grab our truck and continue heading down, and I'm just realizing the time, so we're gonna have to speed this up. Okay, to my right. Whoa! Goodness. Yikes. Let's see. So sawmill, biomass heating plant. Aha, yes, back here in the corner is the spinnery. Purchase this for $60,000. And you can see no increased production capability on this one. So now pull back out, make a right. Ay, ay, ay. Coming up to my right, as you can see over there, is the farmer's market sell point. And over here, you have the oil mill. Now this one's unique in the sense that it actually has additional products. As you can see, for $80,000 you can purchase this. And you have sunflower oil. Not only can you make sunflower oil, but you make pig food as well. So just a little a note right there. Canola oil makes pig food as well. You got olive oil, corn oil, again another version of corn oil from just either corn or cracked corn, and soybean oil, and all these are making pig food. Now you can also see they do have the increased production values as well, so not too shabby. Now we're going to turn around, head back to that main intersection straight ahead. Alright, here we'll make a right. We have the supermarket sell point in back of there. And then coming up here to my left is the tailor shop. You can purchase this for 100,000, and you can see increased production for this one. Inputs here, and a wardrobe trigger right there, and outputs around the back. And it just dawned on me that I haven't been saying that for all the various productions, but most of these are standard production points, just the difference in capacities and productivity. Coming up to my right, right here, I'm going to turn. This is Grain Silo North sell point. I'm sorry, Grain Sell Point North. Then back at the top of the map, we want to make a right. And then just towards the end of this road, down here, you have the cereal factory. You can purchase this for 110,000. You can see 2 recipes, increased productions. And then last but certainly not least, and this one will pull off the road and pull into this area. Is the animal dealer. You can come to this location, load directly into your pens and pastures that you have already placed on the map or purchased from this location, but if you do that, you are going to incur a fee. As you saw earlier, you are able to purchase from the pen and pastures directly, but again, you're going to get that little delivery fee associated to the transaction because you're essentially simulating the animal dealer bringing you your livestock, one way or the other. The only way to save on that money and spending it is to either buy or lease an animal trailer, bring it to this location, load into that animal trailer, and then deliver the animals yourself. You will then save the delivery fees, and depending on what you're delivering, cows can be up to $100 a head, horses can be up to like $300 a head, so it can get pretty expensive pretty quick. And our cow barn, again, being able to hold 500 cows, that's gonna get a little costly, you know, pretty quick. But that is the map. That is East Vineland, New Jersey, USA. Now we're to the point of the tour is to render my opinion. What do I think of this map? Well, because of time, I'm just going to come right out and say it. I would give this a solid 4.5. I really like this map. There's a lot of good visuals on the map. Very nice color palette. The kind of layout of the road feels very natural, and of course it should, because hey, you've got this kind of mapped onto a PDA or from like a Google image kind of thing. So the satellite image is basically being overlaid. You got the same roads and all that stuff, and it's a really nice overall map, and I really appreciate the time and effort it takes to not only get the image from, you know, the internet or whatever, but then to kind of map everything out and make it not only like true to the life that's here in East Vineland, but just kind of also making it playable as well, because that's the other key factor is, you know, you've got to not only be true to what's in real life, but you kind of have to take those liberties to make the map functional to play on. And I think that's what was done here, and I think it was a great job. You know, you certainly got a lot of opportunity to be able to make this place your own, and because you can purchase all areas of the map, you can really do that. make this map your own and just sit there and build it all up and go wild with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.